There you go. So let's get into it. It's no surrender. You're going to be wrestling 3 times. We've talked about it. Kurt's loving life. He knows he's going to go out there, the wrestling machine that he is, defend all those titles. But man, are you stressed going into a night like this, realizing, hey, I have 3 major matches that I'm involved in?
Oh yeah, the stress was very high. Definitely. When you know you have to produce 3 matches, and they weren't short matches, they were all pretty long matches. I mean, the one with Jay Lethal, I think, was like 12 or 13 minutes, but it was a lot of action. Jay and I really did a great job of putting that match together. But, having those 3 matches, you're always going to get nervous. I get nervous with one match. I get nervous just walking out in front of a crowd cutting a promo. If you don't do that, your adrenaline's not pumping, and you want your adrenaline to be pumping when you do stuff like that.
All right, let's get into it. It's you and Sting. You guys dropped the tag titles. You just outlined it with Pac-Man and Ron Killings. When you distracted Pac-Man, when you're distracted, I'm sorry, and Pac-Man goes ahead and he pins Sting. But for a guy being built up as your big title defense at Bound for Glory, are you okay with Sting getting pinned by Pac-Man? Is Sting okay with getting pinned by Pac-Man?
You know what? Sting didn't say anything. But you know what? He's Sting. He could lose to a 6-year-old, my daughter. He'd still be a huge star.
I know, it doesn't matter.
He was such an icon and a legend that it didn't really matter. I don't think Sting really mattered. It didn't really bother Sting.
Yeah.
Because he knew where he was going, and that was Bound for Glory against me for the world title.
All right, so there you go. That's the first one. And your second match, you talked about it a little bit. You lost the X Division title clean in the middle of the ring to Jay Lethal, and what they immediately pushed as the biggest upset in TNA history. It's an excellent match, Kurt. The crowd's going crazy because Lethal had gotten so many near falls, yet nobody thought he had a prayer to win the match. And you and I, like I said, just watched that match together. So you want to check it out at adfreeshows.com because you share some insight about that match that I don't think many people know. Meltzer was raking you over the coals about it, but you made the call on that. The people making the decisions, the booking decisions, did not want that to happen. So as a result, after that, they switched everything back for Jay Lethal.
Yeah, they took the title from him, everything. It was like they were trying to scold me, but they scolded Jay. It was ridiculous. And you know what's crazy? He was supposed to win anyway. There was just supposed to be a bunch of distractions during the match. And somebody was going to end up coming in and bopping me on the head, and Jay would have won. I didn't want Jay to win that way. Are you going to create a star by making a guy win by someone else coming in and doing some kind of physicality to the person, and the other person wins the match? That isn't how Jay is going to be a bigger star. I wanted to make Jay that night, and that's what I did. And you know what? They took it right from him the next day, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, not a happy camper about that at all. Guys, again, we deep dive that on the bonus show. So here we go from the Observer. In his third match, Angle worked on Abyss's left ankle the entire match and beat him clean after taking off his boot, using an ankle lock to keep the TNA title. It was a refreshing change from the usual TNA title match. Here we go. That featured ref bumps, missing finishes, lots of interference, brawls all over the building. It was tough because the crowd was starting to drag when seeing Angle come out for a third time. But they worked a match that made sense, and even rare, where they were working a body part directly played into the finish, and he gave it 3.5 stars. Talk to us about working with Abyss, and did you enjoy it?
Oh, I love working with Abyss. He's one of the best big guys I've ever gotten a ring with, and you know what? He's safe. As dangerous as he looks and all the crazy stuff he does, he is 1,000% safe. And, we were supposed to have some interferences in that match too, and I called that out too. And not that I was trying to get myself over more because I won the match, but Abyss and I were like, we don't need distractions. Let's just have a straight up match, and that's what we did.
Yeah, there you go. All right, our first clip of the week. We only have 3 this week. So for all of those that are like, man, there's so many clips, we only have 3 this week, but these are all important to the storyline. And by the way, guys, this is important for Kurt, I think, for him, because sometimes we're going back a lot of years. So it's just also a good refresher for him to see. So we're going to take a good look at the ending to Kurt versus Abyss at No Surrender. Let's check it out, Kurt.
And who would know better than the veteran Angle? And again, look at this, taking the boot right off of Abyss, exposing it. the already previously injured knee, the ankle, the leg of Abyss.
No protection.
It's now fair game, completely unprotected, and Angle is relentless.
Oh, what a move on Kurt Angle's part. He's got it unprotected, and he's come from the knee to the ankle, and look at him just stomping on the ankle. Oh my God, you gotta wonder if there's anything left in that leg of Abyss. He gets just taking the beating now. He's worked the knee, now he's worked the ankle. Look at him, he's going after it again.
Almost surprising to see him use those several shots to the top of the head of Abyss, but I think it's a good move. Knee pad down. The knee, the raw bone of Kurt Angle is exposed here as he comes off the middle rope.
Oh, look at this, somehow! Abyss able to see it coming, and he gets to his feet. Barely won, but look at that right after the knee again. Wow.
The repeated kicks, Angle off the ropes, ducks the clothesline. Here it is!
Michael Slam, he hit it!
Here it
this
is!
is a chance!
Here's two!
Oh my God! Kurt Angle got the shoulder up just in time!
Angle almost had his third title loss in one night. Black hole slam by Abyss. And we talked about it earlier. How many people kick out of the Olympic slam? How many people kick out of the Black Hole Slam?
Especially at that point in time in a match when you're wore out and tired. You know what? You mentioned the desperation from Kurt Angle earlier. It was that desperation that allowed him to get that shoulder up so that he didn't lose his third title of the night. But now you look at the tide turning. Yeah, Abyss can hardly walk. He's had the ankle damage. He's had the knee damage. But now what does Kurt Angle have left?
Abyss going to try and use the power game. I don't know if his base is going to hold for him here.
No, look at that.
Yeah, roll through by Angle and right back to the ankle lock once again.
Oh no, and he's got that exposed ankle and he's got it cinched in. And you can see Abyss trying to get to the ropes. He's close to the ropes, and Kurt Angle is pulling tight of him. You can see it on Kurt's face. He's pulling with everything he's got, twisting with everything that he's got.
Boy, those facial expressions on Angle tell the whole story, don't they? As he cranks the ankle lock submission. Abyss reaching and grabbing it as he gets just inches away from that rope. Angle drags him back to the middle and maintains the grip on the ankle lock. What we are witnessing here is one incredibly courageous effort from the challenger, the monster Abyss God. But at the same time, it's very difficult to watch, isn't it? From a pain standpoint.
If he doesn't tap out, he's going to break his leg. I mean, he's got a threshold of pain that's unreal. But if he doesn't tap out, it's going to break his leg. And look at Abyss. He's just turning around, trying to find some sort of a way to get some motion. And look at him cinching on that ankle like he's going to twist it off.
In anticipation of the tap out, referee Hebner comes eye to eye with the monster Abyss. The close-up look at the face of Kurt Angle as he cinches in that ankle lock submission hold. Look at the positioning by Hebner. It's perfect. He wants to see if Abyss is going to tap out right here.
I mean, how courageous is it? Any normal man would have tapped out 5 minutes ago. But this guy will hold on for everything. Oh my God, he didn't even tap, did he?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, it's still TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Kurt Angle.
Kurt, I don't know if you recall, but how did your body feel after all these matches in one night? I mean, you got to be pretty sore, bud.
I felt like utter shit. I really did. You know what? I was sore for about a week. It was tough. Doing those 3 matches, I probably put in 45 minutes of wrestling, and it was tough. I'm not going to lie to you.